Democrats. Today is Monday, April 12th. Happy Monday. So I want to talk about what I always talk about, bills, our elected officials, and our elections. And then I want to take a little personal note and talk about something a little bit later. So it's Monday. It's time for the Chair's Daily Live. We've got a lot. So the bills that I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about two today. So SB 126. This bill allows private schools to take scholarships money, but it doesn't prohibit them from discriminating on who can go. And so basically, we can be funding discrimination. We could be funding, an all male school, all white school, all, just we don't need that in our lives. Everyone, no matter their zip code, should have access to quality education. And that's what we need to be putting forth, not this ridiculous bill that says private schools can take money from the state for scholarships, and then they can discriminate if they want to. So shameful, shameful. The second bill I want to talk about, and I've talked about this bill a couple of times because it hits me a little personally. But first I want to say hi, Wayne. Hi, Troy. Hi, Christy. Hi, Angela. I hope you're feeling better. HB 1775. I've talked about this bill a couple of times. It's the bill that says that it prohibits educators from talking about racism and sexism in the present tense. So they can talk about how our nation had a problem with it in the past, but talking about it as a present concept, it has been deemed divisive. Every time I say it, it upsets me further and further. Talking about inclusion should not be considered a divisive concept, but there is the saying that if equity feels like oppression to you, you need to, I can't think of what the saying is, but you need to look at yourself. That's really what it is. If talking about sexism and racism feels divisive to you, you need to figure out why you're taking it so personally. Are you being a sexist? Are you being a racist? No one's calling you that, but if it affects you so much, you need to ask yourself. So the elected officials that I want to talk about today are Senator Bergstrom and Representative Hassenbeck, because they are the authors of this bill, right? And so I don't like it because it's sexist and racist. You've heard me say that. But here's another thing. The NCAA put out a statement today saying that they welcome inclusion and that they include transgendered athletes, student athletes are welcome in their programs. And so they're saying transgender student athletes can participate in college sports. But if Oklahoma passes a law that says that they cannot participate in college sports in Oklahoma or in high school sports, we are putting up a barrier to the great equalizer. And we all know that the great equalizer is education. And so if these students can't compete, can't be eligible for scholarships, that's a problem. But let's say you don't care about that. Makes me sad. But let's say you don't care about that. How about your pocketbook? The NCAA also said that states that have these kind of laws are prohibited from hosting tournaments. So that means the money that comes with tournaments, all the people who travel, all the hotels, all those kinds of things, we're Xing ourselves out of that. We're saying we don't want to have any parts of it. Now, this is a thing that we're doing right now while Georgia is begging, pleading for business not to leave Georgia. We are setting ourselves up just not to even be on the consideration list. It's dangerous to our economy, and they need to be called on. And so that's Senator Bergstrom and Representative Hassenbeck. Please give them a call. Tell them that we vote no on this dangerous divisive bill, and that's HB 1775. All right, elections. There are elections on propositions all over the state on May 11th. The deadline to request an absentee ballot for those elections are on May 4th. It's just away now. So if you haven't done as I've been begging you to do and signed up for absentee ballots for the rest of the year, it's not too late. Go out and sign up for your absentee ballots, because propositions are one of those things that unless you're paying attention, They show up, you're driving past your polling place and you see you're supposed to vote and you haven't done your research. So sign up for that. Go out to the website periodically. They'll be putting up the propositions and you'll know when you have an opportunity to vote. Now, we have all kinds of intra-party elections. This weekend, the Oklahoma Democratic Federation of Women had their elections, and Jana Harkins won re-election as the president of that organization. Congratulations, Jana. The African American Federation also had their convention and re-elected Berlinda Radney as their president. Congratulations, Berlinda. There's all kinds of reorganization going on in the party. Get involved. It's not too late. Young Democrats of Oklahoma are having their convention this Saturday. They're having their convention this Saturday. It will be electronic, virtual, Zoom. Please go out to our website or their website and find out how to get registered. That is this Saturday, the 17th. Also happening this Saturday, the 17th, is Campaign Academy. If you're thinking about running for office or you're thinking about helping somebody run for office, please sign up for Campaign Academy. We have all kinds of training to help candidates and help campaigns. That's on April 17th. There is registration on our website, okdemocrats.org. Still not finished with elections. So the district conventions are on May 1st. We have 5 of those. Please go online, particularly our website, find out how you can get involved in your congressional district convention. And then state convention, where we elect our state chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. That is on June 12th. That's also a Saturday because we want maximum participation. Our keynote speaker is Congressional Delegate Stacey Plaskett from the Virgin Islands. You may know her better as one of the impeachment managers, the tall impeachment manager who told it like it was in January. So please join us for our state convention. Save the date. That's June 12th. So the thing that I wanted to mention on the side, the state party did a press conference today where we talked about what's going on over there in the Oklahoma Republican Party, which I try really hard not to talk about. They're doing their own divisive nonsense, and we have real work to do. Except this weekend, they had their convention, and they elected a known xenophobe, right? I don't want to say his name because I get to pick what comes out of my mouth. I don't want to say his name, but he is known to be anti-Muslim, anti-LGBTQIA, and a little gun. If you look, which you do because you're watching me, you've seen the pictures. It's shameful. It's disappointing. We did a press conference today asking for the Oklahoma GOP to reconsider this election, because by picking this person as their leader, they're leaving us with no other choice but to believe that they've doubled down on hate and racism. I don't want to think that of my neighbors, but I want them to tell me that they don't stand for racism and hate, even though they picked that. So that's just so you know, we do have our finger on the pulse. And an interesting little tidbit that I think is funny that happened at the GOP convention this weekend is a couple of counties band together to try to get Langford and Inhofe to step down because they weren't Trumpy enough. That tells you kind of where they are. Stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Let's hope that they come to their senses. Oh, and join me tonight. I will be joining Scott Hamilton, our executive director, on the Hamilton Report this evening with Joshua Harris Till, representing Moms Demand Action, and I believe maybe, I'm not real sure. There are other people. So join us as we dig a little bit deeper into what's happening at the GOP tonight on the Hamilton Report. It will be on okdemocrats.org Facebook page, OK Democrats Facebook page, and OK Democrats YouTube page. See you at 7, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4:15. You guys have a great one.